They said I was the prostitute, yet they were actually the ones that were the prostitutes. Like, all the women that hated me, apparently, and, like, came from me. And, like, the people in general, like, from my communities, especially, like, where I came from. Yeah, so they said that I was, apparently, all my life, to, like, put my life in danger. So, like, I constantly had people trying to unalive me, but I'd say it was mostly men that were trying to unalive me, but there was, like, women behind it. So that was, like, the theme my whole entire life. So it's been very, you know, odd, but I've had to just kind of adapt to it and get used to it. And I think that it will get better over time, especially now that I'm, like, speaking up and I feel like I'm ready to, like, make content on everything that I've been through, like, my experiences, now that I've processed a lot of that shit from the past and things like that. But yeah, I think they just wanted me to be looked at that way, but then it's like I wasn't actually doing any of that in real life, so I just thought it was weird that people constantly, like, slapped that label onto me. And I wasn't even making no money doing anything like that. So it was like, how am I the prostitute, but I'm not making no money doing any of that, but you're actually the one making the money doing all that. Like, but you're going around acting like you're not, or acting like you just work a regular job, or whatever the situation or the case is. I just thought it was weird. And they used my energy to do it. They didn't even use their own energy to, like, prostitute themselves around, or to, like, sleep with the whole state, for example. Like, they literally used my energy to do that shit. So I just think that's weird. Like, it's not weird if they used their own energy, but it's weird because they had to use my energy to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they used my energy to do everything. So it's like, no wonder why I was constantly drained in the communities that I was from, or in the situations that I was in, because I had a bunch of women constantly using my energy, right? And wanting me to die, basically. So, like, yeah, that's basically a weird thing that I've had to go through in my life. Yeah, and it's, like, funny because, I mean, it's really not funny, but it's funny because, like, they know that I couldn't even go out there and be a prostitute if I wanted to, because I would have been arrested, or I would have went to prison for a long time, or something would have happened where, like, I would have been unalived, because they were constantly trying to pay men to, like, unalive me, things like that, or to traffic me and then unalive me. But I might go into that topic another video. I don't want to, like, go too much into that, because, like, I'm just talking about how I was labeled a prostitute, but then the women from my communities, especially, you know, fake childhood friends that I had, people that were sent in or paid to be my friend, or it was, like, orchestrated growing up, whatever, like, they're actually the prostitutes, but they were the ones saying that, like, I was. So it's just, like, really strange. Like, it really affected my life. Like, I couldn't really live, because I guess that's what people really thought of me, and they didn't really ask, like, anything about my personal life, or, like, I don't know, they didn't really ask for my side of the story or the truth. So it's like, then the woman who, like, said that about me, like, they could go out there and do whatever they want, and they would be protected. Like, they're not gonna go to prison or get in trouble for it, or anything that they're doing. So I just kind of thought that they got a free pass, but I didn't, and I just, like, realized, like, my life experiences were different from other people. Like, what one person can do, like, I can't probably do the same thing, because, like, the consequences are different for me. But yeah, and I'm gonna hopefully be making more content, creating, even though I'm in a facility, living in a facility right now, and I don't have any makeup, and I feel like I look like shit, but I'm just gonna post anyways, because who gives a fuck, right? It's about the message. I'm not really caring so much about how I look, even though it does matter. I feel like how you present yourself online. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say on that topic. I just think it's crazy how, like, they were saying those things about me. And I'm sure men were saying it too, but, like, I could be arrested for something like that, but they wouldn't be. like, you know, that's how I realized, like, maybe I was supposed to be doing something different, or maybe my purpose is something different, because I didn't want to go or get arrested and go to prison for a long time over something that a bunch of women can do in the community, is using my energy, or just in general, right? A bunch of women can do that in general, using my energy, and they're not gonna get any consequences or like go to prison for it. Like, but yeah, they really try to destroy my character, and they would say that all the time. And I wasn't even necessarily like doing anything like that in real life, because you would have to get payment for it. Otherwise, that's not prostitution, basically. But yeah, and then even when if I was ever doing any form of like sex work, it was like illegal. And people tried to shame me for that. They shamed me for everything. They shamed me for, oh, whatever. They thought I was a prostitute. They shamed me, oh, because I wasn't doing that shit. And then they shamed me for anything I did do. And then they were going to shame me if I didn't do anything either. So, which is very weird experiences that I've had that I don't think like any other woman has had. Like, I haven't met any other woman that has had these weird experiences that, like me. But yeah, even when I did do like webcam modeling, like, or whatever the hell, that's not the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? And like, they like didn't even want me doing that. Like, eventually people found out, like, I wasn't anonymous, and like people found out. Somehow they hacked into my account, they hacked into the system, whatever, and like they were able to like surveillance me and make it so like I couldn't even like get any clientele. And they did all that like just to block my clientele, like just so I couldn't make money. Like, if they knew I was making income in that way, like they didn't want me to. So like they did that just so that I wouldn't have money. So then they would still call me a prostitute or something like that, or whatever. Like, it was weird. I just don't think it was fair, but like those are the experiences I've had to go through. They just were jealous, I guess. They didn't want me making money. Yeah, but it definitely became unsafe, because like, obviously if you're being stalked by a bunch of people, and then you're unable to do your job no matter what it is, or you're unable to do like work or whatever. But yeah, I had to just get over that and realize like it was a phase in my life, and at the same time, like, I don't want to let anyone stop me from doing what I want to do or whatever. I just realized that like the outcome is different for me than like other people, so I had to be very careful in that aspect. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to make the video about, how like it's different for me than other people. If anyone had like a similar experience, and like people labeling them something and then you weren't actually that, and then having to go through it, let me know. You can like, share, and comment below.